Hello, this is the end. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, it's me, and unfortunately, this is the end of La Valencia today. And the last episode isn't out. The finale is not out yet, but I don't want to talk about everything I'm gonna talk about, and then talk about the grandiose finale after, at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. I want to get everything I want to say out, and then I want to talk about the finale after I watch it, of course, because I don't want to say I'm pleased with the final four. I have mixed feelings on the final four, but I'm definitely pleased with the girls, and I'm definitely pleased with the top two couples. I already know who's gonna be top two. Shut up! Anyways, I just want to talk about the last week before talking about the finale, because I know I'm gonna be happy at the winners. Hopefully y'all don't play with me. And well, the things that I want to talk about, I'm not happy about it. So I don't want to mix the two. I'm probably going to talk about this, and then I'm going to show my reaction to the finale. And that's it. I don't really think I'll have much to say about who wins, because I think we all know who's going to win. And let me be honest right here and say that I kind of want Kanai to win. I know. I kind of want Kanai to win. I don't know. I don't know. That feels very buzzy to me. I still do love Brinity. Don't get me wrong. So I don't really care. I think Brinity's winning for sure, but Kanai better be second. I think the point will be mute once the finale is out if I don't just talk about it right now. So I'm just gonna talk about it right now. You know what? I'm just gonna start off by talking about Melanie and Sincere, okay? Because yeah. First of all, Melanie is a very, very lost soul right now. She's lost. There's nothing we can do for her. And I was saying it to myself as I saw her fans voting for her, and they were saying, oh, when she gets out of the villa and her family is telling her she'll break up with him. I said it to myself. I was like, no, you cannot. It doesn't matter what your family thinks or your friends think. We all know somebody, or maybe we've been that somebody ourselves, where our family hates the guy we were with, our friends hate the guy we're with, but we're still with him. So I don't know why anybody thought, oh, she gets out of the villa, and she's with your family, she's gonna dump him. No, she's not. She's not gonna dump him. What's going to happen is he's gonna cheat on her, humiliate her in some way, dog her out. She's going to be absolutely humiliated, and yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. I love Melanie. I did want her in the finals. I did, which is why my opinions on the final four are mixed. But I don't think that we should have kept voting for that couple, because it's actually a little scary to watch. But we're just gonna talk about Melanie. Yeah, it was very sad to watch her this week. Because you can tell deep down she knows, but she still just really likes him, which I guess we've all been there, and you can't really like blame her. But it's like, after what I witnessed, and knowing that other people witnessed it as well, including my mom and my sister, I would break up with him. I would end things with Sincere just out of sheer like pride. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she keeps going on and on and on and being like, oh, you're making me look stupid. Yes, sweetie, he is. Yes, he is. Like, she's a fake demon. She's like, oh, if you mix up one more time, I'm done with you. You know you're not gonna be done with him if you mess up. He's already done everything he possibly can. You guys aren't even out of the villa yet. He's in a limited space, no phone, no girls hitting his DMs, and he's acting like this. I know she knows. I know she knows, but I think she just really, really likes him. And I don't know, maybe like being in the villa is like clouding her mind and thinking that people also like them together. I don't know. And also, yeah, her friends were telling her that, but I don't know. I feel like if my mom and my sister came in and were like, he's not good for you, that would snap me out of it right away. I don't know, but yeah, I really do wish her the best. Unfortunately, I think what's going to happen is they're going to break up right away, or they're going to be like very on and off, very toxic, and she ends up being his like baby mama. Not to wish out on anybody, I'm sorry, but this is what I see. This is what I see. But I wish the best for her. She had like a moment with Kenzie as well that I was glad that she had, because I was seeing a lot of people being like, oh, people just hate on Kenzie because she's doing what she's supposed to do. She's doing what the guys are doing. Like, no one's, you know, people are being sexist. But no, Kenzie, like, my only problem with Kenzie wasn't her like doing all that, like exploring. Like, that was like kind of like, I feel like she should have been a little bit more straightforward and honest. Well, maybe not honest, but a little more straightforward. It was giving Sincere a little, the way she was moving. Obviously, she's not as bad as him, obviously, but it was giving him a little bit. Just because she wasn't that straightforward, but I don't think she meant that from ill intentions. But yeah, as I was saying, she also did other things. Like, when Soul came in, she ditched Melanie, and then she was like, oh, we're best friends. And then she was kissing Corbin behind Melanie's back, and she's talking about, oh, we're best friends. Kenzie did a lot of shady things, guys. Let's not pretend like people just don't like her because of that. But yeah, I'm glad Melanie had that conversation with her and told it to her straight. Like, we're not best friends. Like, I don't feel like we're best friends, because they're not. Like, I can't remember a time where they actually like had a one-on-one. They actually just two of them spoke about that time. But I don't know. And there was also a moment where Melanie was laughing at Sincere being like, oh, I don't lie. Baby, he does not take you seriously. He does not take you seriously. He has no remorse. And you're laughing? Wake up. Wake up. For him to say he doesn't lie, wake up, Melanie. He's not sorry. He doesn't think he's wrong. Please, Melanie. And yeah, she's laughing at that. And then they went to the hideaway. Melanie. Melanie. I don't know. I don't think he should be even allowed to touch her for like ever. But they went to the hideaway. And their fellow islanders thought, you know, this guy's been lying to her summer. They're in a messy place right now. They're in a rocky place right now, trying to figure things out. Lets them into the hideaway. What were you guys thinking? Like, that was not the move. That was not the vibe. I don't know what they were thinking. Yeah. I think, unfortunately, Melanie just likes Sincere, and, yeah. Unfortunately, I said this before, and I didn't want it to be true, but unfortunately, I think she is the kind of girl to let a man do whatever to her as long as she has the man. Unfortunately, I hope that's not true. I hope when she's out of the villa, she can, I do think she's a great girl, and honestly, I just think she's fallen for him. And I get it, because once I've fallen for someone, I'm kind of the same, where I just kind of, it's hard. So I do feel for her. But it gets to a point. I don't know. Maybe she hasn't gotten to her point yet, but I don't know. The other thing, Sincere is just an evil person. I don't think he's stupid. I don't think he just got caught up. I don't think he cares for Melanie. You don't do that to someone you care about. That type of, like, absolutely no consideration is scary. And also, like, I don't see any remorse. All I hear is, I'm sorry, but the sorry doesn't feel very genuine at all. It's giving, like, you should be sorry, but you know what? I don't know. He's a very scary individual to me. Like, there's something sinister about him, and I feel like everyone's kind of giving, not the audience, like the people in the villa, is kind of like being like, oh, he's just stupid. He really does care about you, but he's just stupid, and no. I disagree. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen him show true genuine emotion. He feels very, I don't know, guys. He scares me. And I don't know. Like, something is just very off-putting about that whole thing. That's all I have to say. I guess let's talk about Permita and Corbin. I really don't know what's going on with those two. Like, let's talk about the stuff we saw in After Sun. Like, that was a hard watch. They're definitely not gonna last. And why is it Loki giving Corbin as more mature than this 27-year-old? Like, I'm known in my city. Okay, girl? What does that even mean? And her being mad that he didn't want to be intimate. That is always a red flag. Yeah. And I feel like Permita keeps trying to have a moment with Kenzie. She did it on the day of the day she left. Or the episode of the karaoke. She was trying to say something to Kenzie. And then she did it again on After Sun. And I'm just like, girl, what do you want from her? What do you want from her, genuinely? But, yeah, it's just awkward. And she's definitely an interesting person. And yeah, speaking of that karaoke episode, I low-key skipped it. I couldn't bear it. I genuinely couldn't bear it. But the voting results for that one, I was shocked, but I wasn't too shocked. Because no one really likes Zeta, and Casey has quite a big fan base. And the people who do like Corpor, they're gonna vote for Bernadine or Kanai more because they're better couples. So I think that's what happened there. And no one likes Zach at all. So I think that's what happened there. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, voter fraud, they rigged it for the like last vote where it was like vote for the final 4. Yeah. And so what about it? I support that because I support let's talk about Kata and Zachary. Yeah, that exclusive thing is absolute BS. Here's why. Okay. Exclusive. Being exclusive makes sense in the villa. Okay? I saw some people being like, oh, being exclusive is not a new thing. And it's like, yeah, in the villa, sure. But in the real world, that means absolutely nothing. Like, if you're not dating someone, if you are dating someone and it doesn't have an official label on it, it is a situationship. And I think him not putting a label on it is just him trying to get away easier if they don't work out, which I think is cowardly and I think shows like his actual insecurities. Like he is insecure and scared of commitment. I've been saying this, and this whole exclusive thing just confirms it. It's like you spent a whole month together, every day together, and you've had sex and you're still unsure. What are you unsure about exactly? I don't know. And Kata being so upset that the girls weren't, and being like upset that they think it's a situationship. I think it shows that she genuinely deep down thinks that as well. I think if he asked her to be his girlfriend, she would have said yes. Like, because does it really matter at the end of the day? The outside world, like, what's gonna happen when you guys leave the villa? What's gonna change about your connection? Like, maybe you're not gonna be together every day, but that really shouldn't change that much. I feel like, I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. It's giving he doesn't like her, he's scared of commitment, and he's insecure. I don't know, but Kata being so mad about it, I was like, girl, you're kind of losing me. And she also was like talking shit, man. Shit about everybody. Everybody got some. I'm like, girl. Especially about Bernadette. Like, I was like, first of all, why do you guys care so much about the votes? And talking about, oh, they're arrogant because they got high votes and their boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, where did this narrative even come from, and why do you guys care so much about the votes? Why are you guys watching the votes so much? I think it's a little bit like, if you really are there for love and if you really care about your connection, like you wouldn't care. You wouldn't care. Like, it's very strange. And yeah, Zach, I don't like him. I've never liked him. Well, I did actually like him. I did. But that was for like 2 seconds. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Also, the fact that Zach's like first thoughts were, oh, people don't like me. That's why we're in the bottom. It's like, it's giving like insecurity. It's like I've been saying, it's giving like, why do you care? I don't know. And yeah, the moment with Trinity and Kata, Kata thought Trinity was like agreeing with her at the end there, and she wasn't. It's so funny. But yeah. Kenzie and Dylan, I was getting very, like, annoyed with the fact that he kept bringing up the freaking her exploring situation. I was just like, get over it. Like, get over it, please, quickly, get over it. But I actually do think they kind of fit each other. I think they're kind of like both theater kids. Just based on their performance. So I think they actually suit each other. Yeah, there isn't really much to say about them. It was sad to see Kenzie go, but now she's acting up, so I don't feel too sad. Casey and TT, let me just say I'm glad they left. I'm sorry, I hate to say that. I know a lot of people say that they're compatible, but honestly, I don't really see much of them. Like, I can't tell you any cute moments between them. All the moments between them were them talking shit. I don't know. And I just think it's crazy how they're already boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know. And it's always, oh, she stood up for me, she stood up for me, she stood up for me. Is that all? I don't know. And I don't know. I feel like their family day was kind of awkward. Like, his mom, maybe she's just not a lot with words. I think he said that, so maybe that's it. But she didn't seem too sure. And his sister, I didn't like the comments she was making, like almost like kind of shady. Today, Anaya literally did nothing. They're acting like Anaya was holding him hostage. And here's my thing. No one likes their man exploring. Okay? Nobody does. Didn't Anaya get a little bit upset when he talked about exploring? Yes. You know what he should have done? He should have explored anyways. As a grown man. As a grown man. Like, obviously she's gonna be upset. She likes you. As a grown man, explore anyways. Be upfront. And he was like, oh, we don't have anything in common. Why didn't you tell him, girl, that? That's how you felt. Why didn't, like, it still doesn't, you know? I don't know. And, like, he's talking about, like, what did he say after son? He said something like, I couldn't really explore, but then I also built up a resentment because I was too scared to, you know? It's like, dude. That's on you. At the end of the day, you're a grown man. If you don't feel like you guys have anything in common, if you don't feel like, you know, you guys are right, if you wanted to explore some more, you should have said something, you should have done that. And I think the constant, like, asking from Anaya and, like, feeling like maybe not too sure in the connection was because he wasn't. And she could feel it. You could feel those things. I don't think Anaya gets fragile or insecure. Like, it never gave that. And he needs to stop saying that. Okay? Okay? You need to stop with the, I constantly reassure her. Why are you constantly reassuring her? Because you feel something is up. And something was up. You said that yourself. Okay. Okay. Because you don't just build up resentment for nothing. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know. It's just irritating me. What else? Yeah. And I feel like the reason why, like, I see people saying, like, oh, why Zach and Sincere get to go to the finals, and, you know, Casey, TT are more compatible, more healthy, or whatever, which may be the case, but I think it's a fault of Casey's fans. They're very, distasteful. Very distasteful. And it's kind of like a stick it to them, I think, firstly. And secondly, since not sincere, Casey's not with an OG girl. The OG girls are always gonna be, you know, favored. And because he's not with an OG girl and the fans didn't really like her, I think that's the main reason. He didn't make it. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, this is about compatibility, da, 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 da. It's never been like look at last season as well, and season 6 even, like, we barely saw anything of Miguel and Leah, and they still made third place. So it's always been about the girls, really, and the fan favorite. Like, that's always been the case. So I don't really see anything wrong with it. Although I do feel like it's bad that Melanie and Sincere made it. And Zach, I don't like him. It is what it is. I still am happy for Core 4. So it's like, I'm kind of like, you know? But yeah, and Anaya and Carl, I don't really have anything really to say about them. They're kind of just minding their business, loving each other, and their family day was very cute. Like, I feel like their families match, and they match. And I saw some discourse about Anaya, as always. People were saying, like, oh, she's switching up now. Like, no, I don't think she's switching up. I think she gained a new perspective from her mother, and she was kind of like, oh, wait, you know, you may be onto something. People are allowed to change their minds, you guys. And I still think she is still, like, wanting them together, because you guys have to understand, they're both her friends. And another thing is, they didn't see all of his confessionals. We saw everything. There's still things that, you know, kind of might be skewed from being in the villa. So I don't know. We shall see. Yeah, as I said, I think everyone in the villa is thinking, oh, Sincere's just stupid, and they're not realizing that evil he really is. Which, you know, they've been with him, like, every day for, like, the past month. Of course, they're not going to be thinking, oh, he's evil. No. And I think she sees that Melanie really likes him, so she's like, oh, I want them to work out. I don't know. I don't think she's a horrible friend, though, and all these things you guys are saying. I don't think she's just switching up. Like, you guys need to be calm and Anaya. That's all I really have to say. Okay? And you guys get her to 1 million, or I'm gonna start putting bout statuses, okay? Okay. See you at the finale! It's Crazy Trinity! It's the good voice Naya girl! Okay. Okay, guys. My quick thoughts on the finale. Cullen and Naya's date was actually beautiful. Like, so beautiful. Felt like a fairy tale. Brinity's date was nice as well. Kata's actually, I don't know what that was. Mel's here, I didn't watch the date. I'm sorry, I'm not investing in that. But yeah, overall, really good finale, and I'm happy with the winners and the order of the people. I do like Cullen and I more than Brinity, I think, but I'm still happy for Brinity. So yeah, that's all. Bye.